Hello YouTube, this is Jeff, Arizona Hot Homestead, and I just want to go over something. A couple of people were asking some excellent questions, so I figure what I'll do is I'll just come up with some follow-up to some of your questions to give you some answers. And the videos that I do throughout my journey here on my homestead and building it and all that, the future ones will answer a lot of your questions, but just to give you an idea, here's what we're doing. Someone asked about if I'm going to be using this composting toilet deal, how it's all going to work out. So this is my temporary composting, my poop house, and it's my very first ever poop house that I built. And so let's just do this. So anyhow, when I did this, I didn't have much concern about a door because I figure as I sit down on this thing and I view out, I got myself, not an excellent view, but a pretty view of some trees and the landscape. So it gives me a nice feel. So the view, that is. And so it was, I didn't think too much about a door because when you're out here by yourself, who kind of cares, right? Then it started dawning on me, you know what? I'm going to have other people up here. So you might want to have a door. Well, just as I turn to my left, you'll see that right there. And then this other one down a ways ready to go right there. That is the markers for where a horseshoe pit's is going to go. So here is my future thought. What we're going to do is what I just showed you was the temporary poop house. It may stay, it may not. I can move it. That's the great part about it. But right here, and if you notice, I had some visitors. Someone came through and left me some droppings. I guess what happens when you live in a free-range state like Arizona. I'll have to put a fence around to keep them out. But what I want to do, this is the parking area, carport if you will. That's the fire pit. So this is the entertainment circle. This is the quad, if you will. You know how when you were in school and you had the quad and everyone hung out at the quad? Well, this is the quad. And so that fire pit would be done better. But right now it's a temporary deal. So as I kind of walk through, what I'll do is the marking in the ground. That marking in the ground there is going to be the edge of my porch. So this section right here, these are just extra block, that's going to be the doorway. So as you try to look at it, that's going to be the doorway leading into the porch. This corner right there, I know it's going to be hard to tell, but this door is in the bedroom. So what I'm going to do is right out from the bedroom, there's going to be, see the line right there for the edge? So right there in that corner, that bush is coming out, there's going to be just a toilet area. It's going to be bigger than the one that I built, the temporary one. And this one have a door and all that stuff. This way, if I have to use it in the middle of the night, it's only a few steps away. Obviously, that is a couple feet off the ground, so I'll have to make sure I build some decent steps so I don't fall on my face. But the object will be, is on this side here, there'll be a door that will allow me to remove the poop, or the bin, the 5-gallon bucket, and from there we carry it over here, and how we have part of the horseshoe pit right there and the other part right there. But this is the entertainment area, right? So you're going to have fire pit hanging out. There's going to be a grill right here, a nice grill right there to be cooking for myself, for others, for whatever. So kind of a nice little meeting area, entertainment area. Come over here, you play a little bit of horseshoes, and then right there is going to be the compost. That's going to be the official composting toilet. So in a sense, I'm going to have two. One indoors, because after all, in the middle of the night, it does get during the winters about 3 degrees outside, maybe 8 degrees. And sometimes it's stormy, so I don't want to go outside for that. So I'll do one inside, and then I'll have one right there. What's going to be neat is I'm going to also have a composting barrel with it. So once it's full, you'll dump it into the compost barrel, and the barrel will just be one of those poly blue 55-gallon drums sitting on a stand on its side, cut out so you can fill it, and then you can rotate it and tumble it basically. There's a video, I forget his exact YouTube name, but I think it's Fixed by Doc, and what I'll do is I'll add his information, a link to his video on his composting. He did an excellent job on it, on his human manure, and he claims that it takes about, in his research, about a year or so for it to really break down and become useful for compost, which is going to work out because this is going to be phase 1 of my composting. Set it in there, let it do its job, break down. Once that 55-gallon drum is full, then I'll empty it out by dumping it into a wheelbarrow. Then over here, there's going to be a garden shed right there. That's the foundation of a garden shed over there. And so this area between me and the garden shed, and I don't think you can get the whole depth perception. Right there's a horseshoe pit, so it's going to come out to about here of entertainment for the horseshoe pit. And then really this whole area right in through here can be all available for gardening. Now what I'm going to do for that is on this side right here, that's going to be my whole composting bin, period. That one is going to have the garden composting. That's going to have the second phase of the human manure composting, and as well as the third phase of the human manure composting, which at that time I can mix with other stuff. So that right there is going to be compost central, if you will. And when I look back to, where is it? There, right over there is the composting toilet, the poop house, the big one with the door and room, and I'll even have running water, well, gravity fed water. I'll take another 55-gallon drum and I'll just set it up above, and so you can wash your hands, rinse off your face or what have you right there. So that'd be kind of nice. And then I'll get water to there by just a temporary hose and a little DC pump. So, but that's kind of my idea of the whole composting. So hopefully that answers a few of your questions about how I'm going to handle my composting toilet. I'm going to have two. I might keep that one there, but I'll definitely have two of them, and one outside, one inside, and then the composting will be like a 3-phase compost, and that 3-phase composting should take over a year to fully break down. And if I end up needing to put a second barrel for each phase or so, I can do that. That's no big deal. The barrels are $20. You can probably get them. Some of them for compost, though, you can probably get them even cheaper on Craigslist. I know getting the food grade ones are about 20 bucks. So they're pretty cool. And then I'll show you those when I get closer to it and all that stuff. So hopefully that helps answer some of your questions about the composting toilet. And yet when I actually get to it and build it and all that, obviously I'll do videos to show you. And that's about it for now. I have that to unload today. And talk to you later. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and this is Jeff with Arizona Hot Homestead. Thank you.